Well, today we came all the way down to the far end of Sawmill Creek, down by the YMCA Sports Complex. We got just about everything out here: ball fields, swimming pool, all kinds of stuff. Hey Trevor, I decided we'd come down here. As you can see, the sky actually has some blue in it, although the weather forecast calls for rain starting about 10-11 o'clock. And I think at some point there used to be a bridge here. I think it got washed away. Somebody said during the really bad flooding we had in October a couple years back. I gotta watch that one though. For about 3 days now I've noticed her limping when we get back from our walks. Her left rear leg, she's been favoring it, and I don't see any problem with it now, but she was hobbling pretty good last night, and I don't know, I checked it over. I checked her paws and her pads, and I manipulated the leg, feeling all the joints, and I didn't feel anything wrong with it. So I don't know if it's arthritis or too much walking, because if I do 2 miles, she does 10. But I think we'll spend more time dilly-dallying instead of actually walking today. And I'll watch her again tonight. She is getting old, 12 and a half. She should have another good 5 to 8 years left in her before we start doing the vet drill. But I have noticed the limping, so we're gonna kind of take it easy today. And this is straight and level, and I brought the little bitty camera because I don't have the UV filters yet for the new lenses. They've shipped, should be here by Thursday or Friday, I think. They've been replacing these signs. Some of them list out each section. Now see, this one has 0.6 miles, and it listed, it gives you 4 miles, 5 miles, 6 miles. So this is one of the new ones. It doesn't have the, we're at the 0 mile marker, and the trail is 6.6 miles long. This is a new sign. The older ones broke each section up into how far they were. That's how come I know that from here to here is 1.1 miles, and from here to, where's it at? Somewhere in here where the bridge is another mile, and from Bacon's Bridge to Brandy Mill is a mile. That's how I know how far I'm walking on these things. This end has water fountains and doggy poo bags. I have enough doggy poo bags in the van. I was collecting one every time we passed one, just in case Ruby went poo. But since she's only gone poo twice out on these walks, I've got a bunch of bags sitting in the van. Since I got the little Chinese camera today, if it starts raining, I can put it in a doggy poo bag, keep it dry. Well, that's it. It's wet out here. If I walk in the grass, on still very good hiking shoes get wet, as the grass is very wet. And it's humid today, but not as bad as it was yesterday. Okay. Beautiful morning. I sure hope I don't have to stop taking her for long walks. Alright, I'm gonna quit filming. The mowers are out in force today. There's 3 of them down here. Oh, there's Eddie. I actually lied. Oh, there's a different kind of bird down there. It's like a dark. I hope this camera shows it. Man, I wished I had the zoom on this thing. Come on, birdie, move. So I actually lied. There's 4 tractors down here with mowers, 2 going in each direction. There's that bird. Get out from behind that grass. And you can't hardly see him. You almost make worth. Hey, you got something to eat. That is a pretty. It's like a slate gray. The same size as the white bird. Well, I'd love to have I should have brought my big camera. Oh well. I've never seen one of those down here before. Eyeballing us. Just staying right there in that little spot, in that little patch of vegetation, and not moving on his head. Come on, birdie, get out of there. We want to look at you. Oh, there goes Eddie. This one's not moving. Okay, here comes a mower. We're gonna have to get out of the grass. A little noisy. There's one tractor down there. That gray bird. As soon as I turned the camera off, I turned around, he flew off, and I didn't have the camera on, so I could. There's 3 more down here. Well, I was right about them stopping every time somebody comes by. They do it so that those mowers don't kick something up and hurt somebody. I asked the one guy where all the little birds were that followed him around. He said, they'll be here shortly. Little one here is going slow. She keeps looking into the woods after seeing that deer yesterday, which was her very first deer. Now she's real interested in the woods. Every so often we'll stop and she'll just sit there and stare at it. One of these days we're gonna go back behind that shopping center over on Bacon's Bridge Road and just park, and I can see up and down the trail about half a mile in each direction. We're just going to sit over there at dusk and see if we can see any deer. Not a bell, not a hello. Another one of them birds. Come on, Ruby. Last time there was just one mower. Funny thing, on the way here, we're down by Somerville Medical Center, and there's a Canadian goose, just one, walking across 5 lanes of roadway, and he just kind of stopped. I've never seen a goose actually look both ways for traffic. This guy sees us. There he goes. Doesn't want to talk. Man, it is. Get off the trail. Your shoes get wet. There's all kinds of this grass and stuff it's all wet. Ruby's sniffing it all, but she knows what wet grass is like. Okay, back to walking. I don't know about her left rear leg. It's not limping right now. I don't see any evidence of lameness. I'll watch her tonight. Listen to the frogs. They're loud. Okay, quit filming for a while. This is what we spend a lot of time doing. She stops and just stares off into the woods. You can see her nose going a mile a minute. To get her to keep walking, I'll follow her for a little bit and then she'll stop. There she goes, looking into the woods. We just do this. Walk 10 feet, stop. Walk 10 feet, stop. Notice when we come up on one of these birds, the frogs aren't so noisy. Be quiet, Ribbit. You'll be breakfast. I love watching these things. I could bring a chair out here and sit and watch them all day. One of these days I'll go down to Bushy Park boat landing where I used to launch Dawu all the time on the Goose Creek Reservoir. See if I can't get some good video of the pelicans that hang out down there. There he goes. If I'd be quiet, they wouldn't fly away. They just kind of tuck their neck in and away they go. He's literally inches above the water. And the frogs start back up. As soon as the bird's gone, the frogs start back up. A cycle. Wonder how them frogs hiding in the grass can see that bird there. There's a question, Professor Google. Okay, we've been up that path. Brandy Mill. I think this is as far as we're going to come today. I don't think you can see anything off up in there. It's all dark. There's our first exercise station, which we are not going to use. We've been up that way. There's a pool up there at the end of the path on the right with all kinds of stay out of our property signs. I think we'll just kind of mosey on the way back. Over here sniffing the ground and drooling. One ear pointed one way, the other ear pointed the other way. This drool just dripping from her chin. Nose going a mile a minute. Okay, good to go back up there. That's not that long a walk as we took yesterday, but I'm going slower because of her leg. Man, listen to these frogs. Oh, that was a frog too. Ribbit. Well, we had a whole crowd of people come by there for a bit, and now we're on the path all by ourselves again. Oh, we're walking into the wind. Good, it's humid enough. I was starting to sweat. Okay, I'm gonna quit. We're gonna walk. We just had to stop. I'm trying to catch her when she stops abruptly and stares off into the woods, because we do a lot of it, and I don't actually get it on film. Now, that's a big creek right there feeding into this one. That's good. Looks deep too. The water's not running. There'd be skeeter bugs in there. That's what she does. She just stops, stares off into the woods. Okay, back to walking. That's what I'm talking about. She headed straight for the woods and then just stops. She's steady drooling. It's like a faucet. That's what she does. She just sits there and sniffs the woods. Okay. No standing here in the grass. I hear gooses. There they go. A goose. Wonder if he's looking for the one that was crossing the road. That big old bird flew all the way up here. Here's my, I'm too cheap to buy a drone footage. I'll go back over here. Where'd he go? Oh, he's walking downstream. Such pretty birds. And there he goes. I cough and off he goes. They're gonna go back down where he came from. Who knows? Well, she's got a little bounce in her step. Not acting like there's anything sore with that left rear leg. I sure hope it's not something like arthritis. Well, I'd have to start limiting how far she can walk, which limits how far I can walk, which means she might start getting left at home every other day. Oh, something on the path smells good. And away we go. We're a doggy on a mission. We're not sure what the mission is. Okay, we're getting back in range of the lawnmowers. I think I'll shut the camera off, and I won't film unless I see something wonderful. Maybe when them guys go by, don't make any noise and they just whiz by you. You can't hear them until they're too close to actually take any kind of evasive action. Maybe I should start yelling beep beep, although I don't think it'll make any difference. Fit drill, hamstring stretch, quadricep stretch, upper hamstring stretch, side stretch. It's one of the, I think a heart clinic or something. Who puts this out? Well, that's how you do it. Start there, do sit-ups. Do each exercise slowly and carefully according to your physical condition and ability. We used to have recreational development. Now, there's a local company that pays for these signs, and I forget what it is. It's on one of the other ones. And stuff like that really adds to the quality of life in a community. If you want to come out and get some moderate exercise, that's not like sitting in a gym pumping iron. Well, we just walk a little bit. She bounces along when we're walking good. She got a little bounce to her step. Here comes another bicyclist. I'm not going to film him. It was the same one that passed us earlier. She came flying right back by and gave me a scowl. I'm on her. She's probably cussing me. Oh, all these pedestrians doing out on my racetrack. Rabber, 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 rabber. How are you supposed to get out here and ride 30 miles an hour on a bicycle with all these pedestrians and dogs in the way? It's just not right. They should step off into the wet grass when we come flying by. He doesn't see it, but there's a guy on the other side over there with a puppy dog. Must live up in them houses over there, because that's not part of the official trail. It's not paved or anything. It's like a golden retriever. Oh, that golden retriever going poo-poo. No, he just peed. She just peed. I might have seen that guy down here before. Oh, it's one of those diesel monsters that cleans out ditches. Well, keep the ditches clean, the ball fields will stay drained. There's our, it's not a golden retriever. Thought it was, in the color. And that path is paved over there. But there's also lots of houses over there. Okay, I never did see that little gray bird again. Those guys didn't have to stop every time somebody walked the road by. These 4 tractors could probably mow this entire creek in a day or two, but they'd have to shut it down. So, yep, we're back over here where Trevor's at. Not a trash can around. I'd throw that big bag of trash in a trash can. It's like somebody had another party out here last night. At least they didn't leave it laying around like they did last time. Last time there were beer bottles and stuff off over here. Never did see that gray bird again. Don't know. He must have not liked all the attention he was getting on the creek. First time I've seen one. Yep. Okay, we're done for the day. Time to go get back in Trevor and go back to the Hacienda Alvider Schnitzel. Well, on a sad note, remember I told you about the goose that was looking both ways before he crossed the street? He had one lane to go when we went by, and there was no traffic coming, but we just passed him. Somebody nailed his butt. He's laying dead on the side of the road. What a bummer.